Hello! Today we're going to be ranking the top 100 anime according to tiermaker.com. So, starting off, we have Bakano. I've heard amazing things about it, but I have not watched. Instead of doing the never watched tier, I'm going to skip it because I want a more accurate representation of all the tiers. Next is the original Naruto. Now, I dropped the original Naruto, I think, about 3 or 4 times before the Chunin exams. I just could not get through it. But one day, I just sat down, watched a couple episodes, then the Chunin exams started, and I never stopped from there. But I skipped the filler, and Naruto was one of my first anime. But it took me so long to finish that it was one of the more recent ones I've finished. It was, I think, like the 6th anime I ever started, but I dropped it so many times. But overall, I liked it. The endless saving Sasuke trope got kind of boring and annoying. So I'd say a B tier. Naruto Shippuden. I watched this right after watching Naruto and there was a time skip, so that was pretty interesting. I liked the fights. I overall really liked Shippuden. I would say it was even a close S tier. I binged the Pain arc in one day. It was so good. But then, of course, as everyone says, the ending where Kaguya appearing was such bullshit. It degraded itself into an A tier. So yeah, it's an A tier. Next is Fairy Tail. This is so ironic because this is what I'm listening to Spotify on right now. Snow Fairy. I really like some of the opening. Listening to Snow Fairy is such nostalgia. I binged all of Fairy Tail, apart from all the fillers except for one. I just randomly decided to watch a filler arc. It's actually not that bad. When I finished watching it, there was such a big hole in my heart. I think I checked 3 times per day for like a month for Fairy Tail 100 Years Quest news. And eventually it subsided, but it took like another 8 months for any news to come out. So that was pretty sad. Of course, 100 Year Quest is airing right now. It's pretty good, but it doesn't hit as hard as the original because I got so invested in characters. I just love Fairy Tail. A tier. Darker Than Black. I've heard pretty good things about this, but I haven't watched. Cowboy Bebop. I want to watch this, but I just haven't gotten around to watching it because I just basically have stopped watching anime. I either watch only seasonal anime because I pretty much nowadays only watch sequels to what I've already watched because I really just don't have that much time anymore. Evangelion, okay, I've watched some of it. I've dropped this I think 2 times. The first go I watched the first 10 episodes, then I stopped watching for 3 months, then I watched 2 episodes in one day. I thought it was really good, and then I just didn't continue. It is so hard to start. Like, that was my main problem with the original Naruto. It was so hard to start watching, like convincing yourself, oh yeah, sure, let's start watching. But when you started watching, you could not get your eyes off. And that's kind of where I'm at right now. I might pick it back up someday, but definitely not right now. But from what I've watched right now, I'd say it's either a B or C. Let's put it in B tier. It's a generous B. Oh, Mirai Nikki. Okay, Mirai Nikki. I watched this, I think it was one of my first maybe 25 anime. It was pretty unique for me because I never thought of the idea of like future diaries. I still find that as a pretty unique idea, but I hate the main girl. Something doesn't sit right with me. But yeah, it's a really dumb story. I don't really like the ending, but I guess C. Hunter x Hunter. I have a hot take. Okay, maybe 2. I think Greed Island is the best arc in Hunter x Hunter, and I think the Chimera Ant arc is heavily overrated. It's good, but there's no way it's the best arc. It might be top 3, but it's not the best. But overall, Hunter x Hunter is a very good anime. I don't know, like for my personal enjoyment, it's maybe A tier. For story, it's S tier, so it's like between here. Let's put it in S tier. It's really good. Sword Art Online. I watched the first 15 episodes. I saw Kirito win against the first boss, and then when I saw that Asuna is still in the game, I was so disappointed, man. I don't think I'll ever pick this back. I watched the first 15 episodes and that's it. It was really good for what it was, but I hate that it's being stretched out. Okay, fine, B tier. Bleach. Oh my god, I fucking love Bleach. I have the first Bleach box set right now. The second one should be on its way, but it's being heavily delayed. I don't even know if it will arrive. So eventually update you on what's happening, but holy fuck, I love Bleach. Granted, I haven't watched One Piece fully, but from the big 3, it's my favorite. Naruto is really good, but Bleach is just so good. I watched the original anime over the span of 2 months, pretty much from May to July, and then I waited from July to October when the 1000 Year Blood War started airing. And the 1000 Year Blood War first season really blew me away with the animation. On my anime list, it's one of 5 anime that have rated a 10 out of 10. I love Bleach. Okay, overall, the original Bleach and the Bleach 1000 Year Blood War Part 2, I rated both an 8. But 1000 Year Blood War Part 1, I rated a 10. It was so insane. Attack on Titan. This was my second anime. I really liked it. This was my favorite anime for, I think, half a year. And then another anime took over. I think I got hooked on about halfway through the first season. And then from there, I just couldn't stop watching. This was during quarantine, so I think I binged Attack on Titan in less than a week. It was insanely good. I don't like the ending, so I think I'll just rate it an 8. Gurren Lagann. I'm still in that phase where I don't want to watch anime. This phase has been going on for, I think, maybe more than a year now. In that year, I think I've watched only a few anime that are not sequels, and this is one of them. And I finished Gurren Lagann in 3 days. It was insanely good. The first part, amazing. Like, between the first and second part, it was like kind of a low point because I hated the MC being like a little fucking bitch. But after that, it was again good. So I think I'll rate it. Tokyo Ghoul. This was my maybe 4th or 5th anime. When I watched the first season, I told my friend, yo, this might be my new favorite anime. Holy fuck, this is straight gas. Then the second season came, and then the third season, 4th season. So my friend, yo, can you just forget what I said about Tokyo Ghoul? First season, really good. Everything after that, really just not good, man. And after, I think, 3 or 4 years having watched it, I bought the original Tokyo Ghoul box set. And now I see the second season is so butchered, it's only filler. I still haven't bought the Tokyo Ghoul rebox set. I'm hoping I'll get it within a year because I'm not really that into Tokyo Ghoul. I mean, it's really good, but I'm not sure if it's worth buying the second box set. I guess we'll see. Maybe I'll get a really good deal and then I'll buy it and then make a review for the entire Tokyo Ghoul franchise. But overall, the first season, A tier. Second season, at the time, I thought it was a B tier. Third season, B tier. And 4th season, C tier. I think it's an improvement from the 3rd season. But overall, I think it averages out to about B or C. And because of how they butchered the anime, let's put it in C tier. 7 Deadly Sins. Okay, I wasn't sure if this was going to pop up on the list, but it did. You remember what I said about Attack on Titan? Yeah, Attack on Titan was my favorite anime for 6 months. And for 3 months after that, 7 Deadly Sins. I watched 7 Deadly Sins right when summer started, and holy fuck. First season, really good. Second season, oh my god, it was a masterpiece. A1's animation, and the main reason why is the 10 Commandment fight versus Meliodas. Holy fuck, I think I rewatched that fight like 20 times. It's insane. And then I didn't really mind the animation drop from season 2 to 3 because I was just enjoying the story and I was still new to anime, so I didn't really care that much. And thinking back, I think both story-wise and animation-wise, from season 2 to 3, there was a huge drop. So yeah, if it was just for personal enjoyment, it would be probably A tier because season 3 and 4 were like, eh. First and second season were S tier. But story-wise, it's like a B or A tier. But I guess it averages out to 8. This is a hot take, I know. Your Line April. I remember. This was my 4th anime. My friend convinced me. Oh yeah, a little bit more about the 7 Deadly Sins before I go on. I remember texting my friend same night I finished watching the 10 Commandments fight. It was, I love Attack on Titan and 7 Deadly Sins so much. But I think I slightly prefer 7 Deadly Sins. It's like 49 to 51. Anyways, moving on to Your Line April. That same friend convinced me to watch Your Line April because of the insane opening. He literally came over to my house and we watched the first, I think, 4 episodes together. Then he left and a week later he came back. We watched 2 more episodes. Then we realized we don't want to wait that long to watch more episodes and we just watched separately on our own. When I finished, I was tearing up, but I did cry. I was close to it, but I didn't cry. The ending is so sad. I want to rewatch it someday. A tier. It was so good. Elfen Lied. This is one of my least favorite anime. It's old, I understand. Damn, it's just, maybe it's just not for me. D tier. Parasyte. Remember what I said about the anime burnout that is still happening? And basically, I only watched 3 animes or something like that. This is another one. I think I watched Parasyte in 2 days. My friend had been gassing up Parasyte for like the past year. I told him like 5 times, okay bro, I'm starting it now. And I never did. Then one day, we were standing in the cafeteria at school and I asked him, bro, is Parasyte worth watching? He said, bro, I've told you like 10 times by now. Yeah, it's worth watching, and holy fuck, if you don't watch it this time, you're actually fucking gay. I took that to heart. Oh, by the way, there's nothing wrong with being gay. I just have to put that out there. But I took that person. A week after that, I sat down on the couch, I turned on my TV in Netflix, and I just started watching, and holy fuck, it was actually amazing. I'm surprised they didn't try to stretch out the story because, I mean, the final boss was the 5 parasites in one body, which makes sense for a final boss, but I'm just so used to shonen like having a super strong villain, and then after barely beating them, an even stronger one appears, and then the cycle repeats. I think a good example is Naruto. Like, Naruto has that a lot, at least in the start, but and the very end. Yeah, I'm surprised it ended that quickly, but I'm satisfied with the ending. It's either an A or B. I think I'll rate it a B tier though. Charlotte, I really like. I find it to be really unique, but why did they rush the ending? That's the one gripe I have with the anime. They could have made the last episode into an entire season. That would have been such a more satisfying ending. I started watching Charlotte because of an AMV I saw, and I loved it so much that I literally started watching. Okay, being fair, his powers are kind of busted and kind of plot armored, but when looking back, sure, it kind of makes sense. But I think he tried too hard to be a hero. But anyways, I really like the anime. I rated it an 8 on my anime list, so I just really don't like the ending, and it would be an 8 here, but as I said, the ending like is not that good. Blue Exorcist. Okay, I watched the first 2 seasons. I genuinely liked the second season more. I skipped the fillers for the first season. I didn't bother to watch them, and I'm not sure why, but I was so confident that once the 3rd season starts airing, I will be just eating that shit up, man. But I watched the first 4 episodes weekly, then I decided, sure, I'm going to binge the rest of it when it comes out. I waited, and I've watched 1 episode since it stopped airing. I'm at episode 5 right now. It's not even bad. I just can't be bothered to finish it. I like it, kind of. What is wrong? There's still 2 more seasons to be aired. I have so much catching up to do. Anyways, I liked it quite a lot. B tier. Assassination Classroom. Oh my god. This is the only anime I've ever cried to. Holy fuck. That soundtrack at the end just hits so hard. Koro Sensei dying, oh my god. I genuinely cried in 3 waves. Like, it was so sad. Just because of the emotional impact it had on me. And that it's the only anime I've ever cried to. And just because of the quality, I have to rate it. Alright, let's just assume this is the Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood version. I really like it. The ending is actually really satisfying. I don't think I could rate it an S tier, but it's a really solid A. Haikyuu. Oh man. Okay, so this is about how I watched Haikyuu. I watched the first 7 episodes, then I stopped watching for 3 months. I watched 2 more episodes, didn't watch it for like 5 months, and then I watched the rest of Haikyuu over the span of 2 days. Man, I love Haikyuu. I've even watched the movie in theaters. It was really good. And the scene that really stuck out to me in the movie was when we were in the eyes of Kenma for like a minute or 2. I was just so shocked at the quality of that scene that left me so surprised. Okay, just getting to the point, I really like Haikyuu. Yeah, there's no real complaints. I think this is an A tier. I really like Haikyuu. One Punch Man. Okay, this is my first anime I've ever watched. And I watched this anime in dub, and I actually liked the dub. Okay, I don't remember it that well, but I don't remember hating it. But to be fair, I couldn't really compare it to much else because it was my first anime ever. I'm still waiting for season 3. My friend is gassing up the manga so much, so I really just don't know what to do. They still haven't announced a release date for the anime sequel, so I might just straight up read the manga. But I really like One Punch Man, and because of nostalgia, I'll rate it an A tier. Noragami. Okay. I watched the first 3 episodes of the anime. I dropped it for, I think, half a year. And then, over the year, I tried like 3 or 4 times to watch the next episode. But it was so boring, man. And then, one day, I just decided, okay, I'm going to give it one last chance. I'm either going to watch it right now, or I'm going to drop it forever. I watched the entirety of episode 4, then 5, then 6, 7, 8, and then I watched the entirety of the first season and second season. And I was so hooked. I love the anime so much. For a solid 2 months, I was searching 2 times per day. Noragami Season 3 release date. Looking back, it was kind of desperate. They still haven't announced the Season 3, and apparently Bone Studio got all of the Noragami team back, and then they suddenly decided to put them all into making Gachiaku. Which, sure, that's kind of sad, because apparently when Studio Bones mentioned Noragami at a conference, the entire audience exploded in chatter, because they wanted the Season 3, which apparently gave the executives a clear image of what the fans wanted. They still didn't give it, but I love the anime so much that Noragami Volume 11 was the first manga I ever picked up. And Noragami is my first manga ever. I currently have volumes 1 through 18 and 21. I decided that I'm only going to read it physically because of the sheer amount of volumes I have right now. I honestly like the anime much more, but the manga isn't half bad. But if I had to say, it's a B tier. Konosuba. Season 1, really funny. Season 2, even funnier. The movie, not as funny as season 2, but really funny. And season 3, oh my god, it was so hilarious. Okay, the last 3 episodes were just godly. The first 7 episodes, I think, were like funny, but season 1 funny. They were kind of funny, but yeah. The last 3 episodes, I was just dying in laughter. Oh my god, good times. Just because of how funny it is, I'll rate it an 8. I love it so much. Okay, High School of the Dead. Hot take, I kind of liked it. I think I rated it a 7. But okay, here you can see like the main cast. I don't know who you are, honestly. I hate you because of how clingy you are to your fucking ex-crush, who is fucking dead. Like, you're in a zombie apocalypse. How long will you be crying over your crush who you didn't even have that big of a connection to it, if I remember correctly, when you are literally on the cusp of death? And you, I hate the pink-haired girl just because of what a bitch she is. The purple-haired one was decent. Yeah, that's all of my opinions on it. It's just dumb fun, man. I like dumb fun anime where I basically just turn off my brain and just enjoy the show. B tier. My Hero. Okay, first season, like a 7 out of 10. It was decently good. Season 2, an 8 out of 10. The tournament arc was much better. Season 3, worse than season 2, but still decently good. Season 4, there was the overhaul fight, which was pretty good. Season 5, a real low point. I did not give 2 fucks about the festival arc. It was so boring. But there was the one redeeming factor where we learned that Deku has more powers, which I found really interesting. And season 6, a real high point. I love season 6. It's my favorite season of My Hero Academia. And I'm up to date with season 7 of My Hero Academia, and I'm loving it. It's not an A tier, but I'd say it averages out to a B tier. A solid B. Mob Psycho. Okay. So, I watched the first 2 seasons really quickly, and I love Mob Psycho. The animation, beautiful. It's funny. It has good story. What else do you want? I watched season 3 week to week until like I think episode 3 or 4. Then I decided, okay, I'm just going to binge. And this time, I actually did binge. I love it so much. And why did Dimple have to die, man? So sad. But overall, I'd say an 8. It was really satisfying. Your Name. Okay. I thought the movie was pretty good. And hot take incoming, I liked Your Name more than Asylum. Your Name was also my first anime movie. No, wait. I think Demon Slayer Mugen Train was my first one. But this was the first like real anime movie that wasn't the sequel to a show I was already watching. My friend was really into watching anime. I asked him, how the fuck do you sit through all that? He said, bro, just sit down and watch. It's really not that hard. Which I understand, I guess, but I just really don't like watching. I've barely watched any anime, but I have bought the manga, mostly because I found a really good deal on Facebook Marketplace, and yeah, I have all of the manga now, including the spin-offs. But overall, I'd say nothing really stuck that hard into my mind. The ending was decently good, I guess. Yeah. Death Note. Okay. This was my 3rd anime, and honestly, going with the popular opinion, first half really good. I'd say a 9 out of 10, but after L dies, it's like a 6 out of 10. And I rated it a 7 on my anime list, but it's better than that. I would rate it an S tier if it just ended with L. But why do you have to continue it? I will rate it either a B or 8. If I rate it an A tier, no one will come after me in the comments. But if I rate it a B tier, I'll get shit on. Okay, fine. I'm going to rate it an A tier just because of how much L has stuck into my mind. A Silent Voice, the other anime movie I've watched. I thought it was pretty good. Yeah. I'm sorry, I just don't know what to say on this. It's really close with Your Name, but I just slightly prefer Your Name more. My favorite scene in the movie, or the most memorable scene, was definitely when the main girl was about to jump off and the main character saves her and sacrifices himself, which, yeah, that was a really emotional scene. But also a scene that stuck into my mind was when she tried to say she loves him, but he just didn't understand, which was so painful to watch, man. That was so sad. I rated the same as Your Name. Okay, and we have circled back to Bakano. So here is my final list. In S tier, we have Hunter x Hunter, Bleach, and Assassination Classroom. In A tier, we have Naruto Shippuden, Fairy Tail, Attack on Titan, Gurren Lagann, Seven Deadly Sins, Your Lie in April, Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, Haikyuu, One Punch Man, Konosuba, Mob Psycho 100, and Death Note. In B tier, we have the original Naruto, Evangelion, Sword Art Online, Parasyte, Charlotte, Blue Exorcist, Noragami, High School of the Dead, My Hero Academia, Your Name, and A Silent Voice. In C tier, we have Mirai Nikki and Tokyo Ghoul. And in D tier, we have Elfen Lied. Percentage-wise, S tier has 10%, A tier has 41%, B tier has 38%, C tier has 7%, and D tier has 3%. So, this is my list. I know there's a bunch of anime I skipped, but what can you do? This is my final list. If you disagree with something, please be sure to write in the comments what you disagree with and how would you change it. If you enjoyed the video, please be sure to like and subscribe, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!